about pesticide-free gardening. It's easier than people think it is, right?
Oh, definitely. Yes, yes. There's various techniques you can use that are not labor-intensive at all that can get rid of the pests or keep them at bay. I think sometimes people go a little crazy. They see one bug and they think they got to spray, when in fact it's pretty easy to control those bugs just by planting different things together. You mix the bugs up, basically. And if you experiment with companion planting, certain plants work very well together in driving off each other's insects and in just working together effectively, like mustard greens and Swiss chard that I have here. They seem to be, I discovered this on my own, but there's a big literature on companion planting that you can look into.
And so this is why your garden isn't planted in these neat little rows.
I don't plant in, first of all, when you have raised beds, you don't need rows. That's the whole deal with raised. The reason you have rows actually is so that you can walk through the field and cultivate the rows. But if you just lean into the bed and don't ever step on it, I'm standing on the raised bed boards here, but if you lean in there, then you don't need a row. You can plant everything right next to each other.
So this is actually a natural way of getting rid of the bugs because they are confused and they don't know how to find the plants.
Literally, that's true. If you have a monoculture where you have all one row of one thing, you're much more, I've experienced that. I learned that from experience before I even started reading these things, that if you mix the plants up, it literally does mix the bugs up. Whereas if you have a monoculture, they're going to go right in there and go to work. So that's one way that I can trick them.
What are some of the other things to think about to have a pesticide-free garden?
Look at your garden. Enjoy your garden. If you see pests there, if you see some aphids invading a plant, get a little soap and just rub it on there and kill them.
So soap works?
Soap works fine, you know. If you see snails and slugs at night and you have a little time, go and pluck them off. Take a flashlight, or I have a headlamp, and then just pluck them off. Other things you can do is, if you have healthy soil, you have healthy plants. And so if you've got good, strong soil, which I get from my compost, the plants are healthier, and like healthy people, they ward off the pests. I go by the precautionary principle. If I don't really know what that pesticide is doing, then I don't use it. And that's why I don't use them, and I don't need them.